YouTube content, so right now I stream. And why I stream? And what is my YouTube channel about? My YouTube channel is about used PC hardware and how to build things, fix things, repair things, recondition PC hardware, how to buy a used PC hardware, where to look, what to look, how to combine the different kinds of PC hardware, how to create a compatible PC. And I usually build gaming rigs, because a gaming rig is what is easy to hustle, easy to sell in the used market. And when I'm talking about used market, I'm talking about the Swedish used market. So today's content is all about the sources I'm using, the channels I'm using, the networking I'm using to find PC used parts, and how I check out the prices, and how I calculate if it is a good price, if it is not a good price. And this is what I'm going to talk about today. When you begin to build a computer, it's a tabula rasa. You have to have a goal. Your goal has to be, let's say, I don't know, the music is loud. The goal has to be, what do you want from the PC you want to build? Do you want the PC for yourself, first of all, or do you want to sell it to a client? Is there already a client, or is there a market that you are about to advertise your PC build? What else? Because if it is about you, the PC build is about you, then you can calculate a specific budget. Let's say I have $500, and this budget is what you're gonna use to build your PC. If it is for a client and you have $500 budget, then you have to expect to have some earnings, some winnings, okay? And if you spend $500, you expect to sell the computer at least for $550 or $600 or more, depending on what kind of PC build you're going to create, and depending if you already have a client, or you have already done a research market and you know more or less that this computer is going to be sold for X amount of money. Craigslist, yeah, the equivalent of Craigslist here in Sweden. Here in Sweden is the Blocket.se. So we have the equivalent of eBay, which is the Tradera.com, and this is what I'm showcasing today. Since Tradera.com, Blocket, some other sites, of course I'm using the local market of my residence town. The difference between those two is, when you use your local market, you have to go outside of your home, you know, and check out the spots that you have already find out, your networking, the people that you are usually used to buy used PC hardware, and thus this way you are avoiding to pay shipping fees. And of course, if you buy from outside your country, here in Europe, if we buy outside from Europe, we have to pay tax and handling fees also. Right now I'm going to demonstrate the Tradera.com, again the equivalent of eBay for USA. Let's go. here. That's right. Tradera, which means trading, trade in English. Let's put it in English to be easier for me and for you, of course, to understand what's going on. My Swedish language isn't so good. It's terrible, actually. Worse than my English. So, and from here we are seeking about computers. So we're going in computers and accessories. Easy, right? Everything computers and accessories. Right now, because of the C-virus situation, the prices are crazy, fluctuated, are high, especially for the graphics card, used graphics card, the used SSD drives, even the hard disk drives, the memory, the DDR3 memories. There are some crazy things you will see. So let's go computer components. And now let's see, let's say we have a budget of $500, okay, and we want to build something. The first thing we have to think about is, okay, I have $500. Why I want to buy used PC parts and I'm not going to buy a new part? I have $500, so you have to think what I'm going to buy with $500 from the new market, from the new PC hardware market. So you go to your PC part picker. Here in Sweden we use the pricerunner.se, or even better the Prisjakt, which means the price hunter. And let's begin. If we talk about AMD, the platform of modern AMD hardware, the motherboard, is the AM4 platform. Okay, so motherboard, like murder code, motherboard, and we choose AMD. The most recent now here it's the thing, there is a confusion right now with AM4 platform. I mean, the X570, the 450, the X470. There is a confusion. Okay, there is a huge confusion. But you will say, I don't care. I'm going to check out what is the lowest cost motherboard. I'm going to buy it. It's not so easy choice, because right now we are at the Ryzen CPU Ryzen family Zen 2, which means the most recent is the 3000 series of AMD CPUs, and in about a year or less we're gonna have the 4000 series. And for a matter of compatibility, even though the AM4 socket is the same for all this spectrum of motherboards, the compatibility of the new upcoming 4000 series, it will be only for the 500 series of motherboards, the V550 and the X570 Pro 4. Yeah, it's a very average. It has heatsinks. It has, I believe, 8 faces, 8 plus 4. I'm not so sure. It's micro ATX. You can go for that for $87, $88. Of course, it's A320M, which means it might definitely, it will not, let's say not definitely, but AMD didn't said that we're going to support the 4000 series with the oldest 300 series chipset. If you buy a new system with a motherboard, that it will be obsolete in about 1 year. If you do that, you better go for used parts. Let's check out. Now what I'm going to do is to go to the official site of this motherboard. I'm going to check out the support for CPU support list. Okay. What? Ah, no. My bad. Yeah, support. And as you see, now my problem is why the companies no more don't tell the date that they place this BIOS, because when you buy a motherboard you don't know what BIOS is already installed. That's a problem, because if you don't have an AMD 4 CPU that the BIOS support, then you have to buy an older AMD CPU, put it upon the motherboard, flash your BIOS, and then and install the new CPU. So it's extra cost, and you going to want that to happen. Here we know that supports even the latest 3000 series. I don't know about the upcoming 4000, but support even the latest, like the 3100 here. It's the BIOS update P6.4. If you need to update BIOS, please click here. Okay, no, I need to update BIOS. Yeah, it's the latest BIOS. 22 first month, 14th of 1st. So yeah, the problem is I don't know what kind of BIOS is pre-installed in this motherboard. When you buy this motherboard, if this BIOS will be pre-installed, because if you don't, the 6.4 isn't pre-installed and you have only the 3100 CPU in your hand, then you're gonna have problem. Your system, it will not boot. You have to find a friend that has an older AMD AM4 CPU or something like that to install it upon your motherboard, plus the motherboard with the latest BIOS version, and then use your 3100 or 3300 or 3900 or whatever. Actually, if you have a Zen and Zen Plus CPU and you're gonna update your BIOS in this motherboard, the ASRock says you will lose the compatibility with these older CPUs. That's another problem right now. So I don't know how this is going to work, but if you already have an old CPU and you make the update because you bought a 3000 series CPU, I guess you will succeed with the update, and then on the reboot your system will be blank. It will not reboot. You will have to, I guess, yeah, you will have to remove then the old CPU, place the new 3000 series CPU, and voila. Things are messy, are hairy. Thus, when you see selective beta BIOS update needed here, it means when you do the BIOS update, like we see in the previous example, you're gonna lose the compatibility of the older AMD AM4 CPUs. Of course, you will have compatibility with the newer ones, like the upcoming 4000 series, but you're gonna lose the Zen and Zen Plus series compatibility, and that's a big problem, you know. If you don't know how this works, it will be a problem. So 400 series, if we want a future update, if we want to do to have a good investment. So we forget about the 300 series. Let's remove it from our filters. I know this video was about used parts, but you know, this is what happens. If you start from the beginning, you have to learn a big mass of information. Sorry about this, but you have to compare your used parts with the new parts. So you have to decide, is it okay to buy used or a new part? Is it okay to buy used PC hardware, or new PC hardware? It's all about. And the things right now, it's not simplified. It's messy. So to make it easier, you want new parts, you go for AMD. First, you begin with a motherboard. You go for at least a 400 series. 500, yeah, try to find 500. You will find the expensive X570 right now in Sweden. The B550 are non-existent. Okay, so again, let's find one motherboard that you can overclock your CPU. If you don't care, you go for the, you know, you go for the lowest price. Right now it's $75. You take this $75, you're okay. You're fine. You're fine. Basic overclock here. Do a basic overclock. It's like what? $93. $95 for this thing. It's very basic. Don't expect that you're gonna do a crazy overclocking thing. You might place a fan, the heatsink, if you can. I don't know how. It's a very restricted area here. If you're gonna place a small fan, don't do it, because a 4 cm fan, it will be very noisy. If you go for the 8 cm fan, then you have to find a way to squeeze it inside. Actually, you will need two, one for here, for this heatsink, one for there. This means at least plus $10 to $15, so why not spend already to $95 plus $15, go for the 110, 120 range. If you find a motherboard that you has better chance for overclocking capability, like this one. Of course, this one I don't like. You see, there's a heatsink here. It looks a little bit better, but you know, it's crap overclocking. Don't buy it. This beautifully nice thing, red thing or whatever. This one I don't like it. It has only heatsinks on the VRM for the power on the CPU. The max of MSI, it's a little bit better. Again, I don't know, it's 8 phase. AM4. I'm not so sure about this. It's a bit better, and it's how nice. Here it says this motherboard, data motherboard from MSI Max Syrian, kommer med senaste BIOS-versioner installerat. So this motherboard has the latest BIOS version installed. So heads up. And here it says it's compatible with Ryzen 3, 5 and 7 of 1000, 2000 and 3000 series. It goes for 1100 kroner. It's like $116. Yep, you go for that, something like that. If you want to have overclocking capabilities, go in for something like that. $115, $120. So let's say motherboard, $120. Okay, for computer components, processor, CPU, we go for AMD. So AMD AM4 socket, 4 cores, 8 threads, plus 5. Conveniency, and low to high. Interesting. So we have the 3100, almost same price, the Ryzen 5 1600 AF version, which actually is a Zen Plus or Zen 2 architecture, if I remember right. We have a great Ryzen 3 3300X for like 24 or 30 more dollars than the 3100 version. And then we go to the $160 for the Ryzen 5 2600. I mean, it's 6 cores, 12 threads. It's the best solution if you want to play games, even the latest AAA titles for in 1080p in medium settings with 60 plus frames per second. It's a great CPU. It has already a stock cooler, a good one, and you can overclock it for 100-200 megahertz plus. So yeah, it's not bad investment, it's not bad buy. Yeah, and it's a good price, 1537. It's $170. $163. It costs less, but less, how much less? The Ryzen 3 3100, let's say. Why not the Ryzen 5 1600? If you go for gaming and you have some overclocking some overclocking capabilities, yes, you go for the, my opinion, you go for the Ryzen 3 3100. If you're going to do something like streaming and playing games, you go for the Ryzen 5 1600. You see here in the Swedish market it's almost the same price, so you forget about the Ryzen 5 1400, of course, this troll stuff. Troll price. Let's go for the Ryzen 3 3100. It's a gaming PC, not streaming PC. Let's go to see the crazy prices here in Sweden in the new market for DDR4 memories. It's a 2600 CPU, so we go for at least 3000 plus megahertz memory. Say that. Okay, let's take that. We're gonna overclock it. Okay, whatever. Low to high. We always play with dual channel, so 16 is the capacity. We need two modules, 8 and 8, and here are the prices. 3000 megahertz frequency, $80. Okay, 3200 megahertz, something like $88. Go for the cheapest. We can overclock it, so it's what, 77.5, 775, $80. Alright, now I'm seeing prices like $110 for 480 gigabytes SSD drive. What is this? 438, almost $475 for 480 gigabytes SSD drive, and it's deal also. It's a price deal. Crazy, but it is what it is. Let's go 438. $78. So one thing we're going to do to find better prices than Swedish market. Right now Swedish market in SSD drives are crazy. We're gonna buy from the Amazon D, right? This is what I will do, at least. You don't want to go for used market to buy SSD, and you will see why. The prices are crazy there also. They buying used SSD in the price of new ones. Crazy stuff. A little tedious. Graphics card, graphic card. Now, for this kind of system, we have to pair a graphics card with the CPU we have already. We don't want to. We usually say we don't want to bottleneck the graphics card with a low tier CPU, and the opposite. Go here. It's a deal. And the real price goes there, somewhere there. $183. So it's a deal. We're gonna take the deal. How many? 43 parts. Okay. Maybe in 1 week it will be over. $82 plus $68 plus $164. we are way over our budget. We are right now at $594. This indication, guys, if you live in Sweden, even though we use the Amazon to buy our SD drive, like less than $30. Right now you have to spend $110 for a 500 gigabytes SSD drive. That's crazy. Even though we use the German Amazon to buy our 500 gigabytes SSD drive for $70. Yeah, we are like 100 plus US dollars above our budget, and we haven't spent yet money to buy the power supply unit in our chassis, the PC case. And even if we take out the Ryzen 2600 that cost $163 and spend money to buy the Ryzen 3 3100 that cost $130, again we are above our budget. This is an indication. It's a big indication that you can't spend only $500 to build a new parts, new PC hardware to build a PC. What you can do is to spend this kind of money and build a used PC, and not just that, a great gaming rig with used parts right now. Oof, all this in 1 hour and 30 minutes. I could say from the beginning, but I had to demonstrate it. Right now the prices with the C-virus situations are crazy. But I had to do that. I'm not going to talk about if you go for an OEM brand pre-built PC. You don't want to see that. You will say, what the fuck is going on in Sweden right now? We go for the pre-built gaming PC right now, desktop, of course, minimum 16 gigabytes, right, memory, and of course all the RTX and $1060. Okay, what else? 480, 70, 580 mega. Okay, 7990. $850 for this thing. For Intel 900 400F, which is an i5 6 cores 6 threads, doesn't have multi-thread. Max turbo speed is 4.1 GHz. It's the 1151 version socket, version 2 socket. You throw $850 in a system that you cannot upgrade in the future. 60 gigabytes of DDR4 memory of 2666 MHz. Okay, you can keep the memory in your future build. I don't know if you even can keep the chassis, so it's a bad investment. It has 512 gigabytes of SSD. At least it is a NVMe Express. This means it's a high transfer data drive, at least that. We have a GTX 1650, the simple version. It's bad. Even the RX 570 4 gigabytes is better in most games than the simple version of 6050 GTX, the GTX 6050, and the rest are the obligatory things. We have only a 300 watt power supply, so you understand it's a bad build, and you have to pay $850. Okay, that kind of money we buy new parts, better new parts, and we build our PC. So, and this is the lowest price you can find right now, a pre-built computer, an OEM computer. If we go for the Ryzen CPU, the Ryzen 5 2400G with the RX 570 inside, it has $910. mid-tier system like that has a Ryzen 5 3600, 16 gigabytes of memory and GTX 1660 Super, go for the amazing price of 10,990 kronor, which means no 99 yeah, which means to almost $1,200. There you go, there you go. AMD Ryzen, and it's a deal, okay? AMD Ryzen 9 3900X, 16 gigabytes memory and RTX 2080 Super for $2,700. 36,070 kronor. Yes, $2,760. Crazy. Do you want to check it out? Let's check out. Let's check it out. HP. Oh, it has transparent window. Whoa, 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 whoa. We have transparent window and LED white lights, an LED white fan at the front, and two fans inside on water cooling the graphics card. Okay, you see the prices, it's great. So I'm going to do a pause and I'll be back, but I'm going to search for the deals of the weekend and the next week in the Tradera. This is what I'm going to do. It's for all these people that they're using Tradera.com and want to find a good deal. I'm going to show you what maybe a good deal is. Of course, it's bidding prices, it's not buy now prices, it's bidding prices, so these prices are changing. But I'm going to show you what is a good PC part and what is the price you want to buy it. Intel processor, AMD processor. If you go for used AMD processors, you always look for Ryzen processors. Here we have sorting the list below. I usually sort the list with least time left, and here we have a Ryzen 3 220G, which means has APU, which means you can build a gaming rig without a graphics card with the Vega 8, if I remember right, APU. You can play games, esports games and free-to-play games at 720p, 1080p. I don't suggest that, but if you are very tight in budget, yeah, you could buy the 200G will be finished in almost 10 hours. It's already not a good spot, this price here. It's not already a good spot, because if I calculate right now, this maybe go up to 60, maybe more, 600 kronor, $65 and more, and we have to calculate also the $7-8 of shipping costs, so spend like $70 or $80 for a Ryzen 3 2200G, not a good price, because you can go and buy new. Let's go here, processor AMD AM4 4. There you go. You can buy new 3000G with like $60 and shipping costs $60. Price plus shipping costs $60. So you will say 2200G is a little bit better than 3000G. Yeah, you have right. This 4 cores, 2 cores, 4 threads CPU. The 2200G is 4 cores, 4 threads CPU. So it's a bit better, but then again we go for $75 for a Ryzen 1200 or $110 Ryzen 3 3200G. It's used. How much are you gonna pay for a used CPU when you can buy it for $200 and already the price is $155, and you have 1 day and 5 hours for this auction to be finished. It's free shipping, but how much? I wouldn't go above 1,500 $150, and these guys are going to bid it hard. So this is not an auction that you want to watch, follow, to bid, because it's a 4 cores 8 threads processor. I will go for a new for the new Ryzen 3 3100. Okay, I will go for that. So I wouldn't spend more than 1,000 kroner for that, and it's already at 930 kroner, so this is gonna be a bad auction to observe. This Monday, Ryzen 5 2600. I don't know what's gonna happen until Monday, but right now it's in a good price. Of course, there are too many bids. I think Ryzen 5 2600, 6 cores, 12 threads. You can overclock it, yeah, maybe maximum 4 gigabytes turbo speed. Yeah, you can go for, like we said, $100. Again, 1,100 maximum, because 6 cores, 12 threads. You can go for the Ryzen 1600 AF. See? Yeah, of course, right now it doesn't exist. It will be at 20th of June. It's crazy, but yeah, maximum $110, not more. 1,100 kroner plus the shipping fees, $115 for that, no more. It's a used CPU, even if it is 1 year used, it's used. For 450 kroner, I wouldn't go more than 500 kroner. If you had already a good motherboard, AM3 plus motherboard, yeah, go 650 kroner. If you don't have it, 400 kroner, because you have to spend money also for the motherboard. Usually, if you don't have a motherboard to put inside the CPU, go for a package, for a bare bone thing, CPU plus motherboard or CPU plus motherboard plus memory. It will cost less, even if you calculate that you will pay only one shipping fee and not 3 separate shipping fees. Yeah, this is how you have to think about when you buy used parts, when you are going to build a gaming PC with huge used parts. Ryzen 9 3900X for 4,500 kroner. We go to buy the new, it was 5185 kroner, so it's a good deal. It's new, it says it's new, gaming.tour. This is a very good deal, guys. See the reviews. As a seller, has good reviews, not negative ones. As a buyer, good reviews, not negative ones. Help me, brand new, not used, and it has also the receipt that he bought. I don't like that he didn't put some actual photos of the CPU, but has good reputation. I wouldn't say it's a scam. I would like to have some actual photos of the CPU, not some download from the internet photos. But I expect he has already inside his system and he doesn't want to remove it. I don't know why he's selling this CPU. I don't know. It doesn't say inside its original box. So you can always ask the seller. It's a very good price. It's a very good price. So Intel processors, least time left. In 8 minutes, an i5 7400, no, i321, Xeon W35, no, i7 3770, you know, it's 4 cores, 8 threads, turbo speed 3.9 gigahertz. You can't overclock it because it's locked. He says that it works. It doesn't seem burnt up. It's a bit cleaning. It will be better if I had also a photo that demonstrates the bottom side of the processor, but yeah. Yeah, okay, 450 isn't bad if you already have a motherboard. You only want to spend more than $30 for the motherboard, 60 for the processor, goes $90. Then you have to spend like 40 more dollars or $50 for the memory. Yeah, okay, $130 for the bare bones system. If it is for you, yeah, it's a good price, but it is to sell it, I don't know, it's a little bit too much. I wouldn't give, no way I wouldn't give more than 500 kroner for this CPU. So as it is a good price, but yeah. Package of CPU and motherboard. It's the Z170, so you can overclock the i5 6400. That's the bad thing. 4 cores, 4 threads. Yeah, whatever. If you can buy this for 100 kroner, it's fine. No more, don't give more. Maybe already this price is too high. I mean, go for 900 kroner, not more. Don't give no more. I mean, yeah, if you have the motherboard, go for 1000, but no more. I mean, if you give 1000 for this plus the expenses 1050 plus a motherboard with unlocked with overclocking capabilities that usually are fluctuated, overpriced. I mean, they go for 60 or 70 dollars, so $170 plus 500 kroner, $50 for the memory. It goes too much. 200 something dollars for an 10 years platform, 80 years platform, let's say, with no capability to upgrade it. No, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. You better hold on, and if you have that kind of money, hold on and buy new parts. Come on. 4 cores, 8 threads, 3.6, 3.8. Ah, okay. 2011 socket. Sandbridge. This one, you have a motherboard that supports the X79. It's not bad investment. You can buy it at a very good price. I wouldn't give more than $30 for this. It's locked, but you can play always with the bass frequency. It has locked multiplier, but we can play with the bass frequency. Yeah, don't give more than 300 kroner. I will go for 200, 250. I made a build with this CPU. You can check out my YouTube. I made it with $230 cost, this build. Had this 4 cores 4 thread CPU, the i5-3470, that it behaved very well with a free play to play and esport titles. It behaved very good. 3.2, 3.6 turbo speed, It's a good CPU. I combined it with the GTX 750 Ti. It has very good performance. You can combine it also with the RX 560 or even a 60 GTX 6050 or a RX 570. Yeah, sure. Okay, don't go more than 200 kron for this DI5 3470. And it's tomorrow. Usually auctions that they close very late at night, like 1, 2 o'clock, or very early in the morning, like 7, 8, 9 o'clock. You have big chances to win an auction in a very good price. This stream is for my YouTube channel, so I have to keep the time short and to create some short segments for the upcoming YouTube video. Unfortunately, I wanted to upload something else. I have created a new series, a new video series, the X3470 Xeon CPU that's going to compete, at least virtually, with the new Ryzen 3 3100. A gaming ring with used parts and with protagonist the Xeon X3470 against a gaming PC with protagonist the Ryzen 3 3100. And who is going to win? I believe, my speculation is, it will be very close. I know the winner will be the Ryzen 3. I believe the winner will be the Ryzen 3. You never know, of course, you never know, but the Xeon 3470 will, the X3470 will be very, very close. You always compare the prices of new market with the price of used market. When the new market prices are fluctuating, the same goes for the used parts, and the opposite. When the new part prices are dropping, the same happens in the used market also, used PC hardware market. So $9, 390 kroner, not more. Don't go for more. Yeah, most probably you will need for $35. It's a very good hit here. GTX 9060. You see what's going on here? Yeah, out of bid. This guy have hit that for $45, maybe $50. It goes above than $50. It's not so great price because it's only 2 GB VRAM. The 2 GB VRAMs are very, very, very low for a gaming PC, and this guy doesn't have a reputation, so be careful. I have a Corsair, not too high, 450 watts, and used. It's used, yeah. Used power supply, and it's already at 420 kroner, 520 kroner, $55. It's too much, and I don't even count the shipping expenses. Dark 2 chassis, fractal, mini loader. Yeah, if someone wants to create an ITX, it's a good price. It's a pickup, so yeah, what's for this also. You don't want to go to North Pole to pick up your chassis. We have some low tier DDR3 memories. $570 for already $85. Another one there. Seems in good condition. We have some oil sticks here. It's already special occasion. C-virus situation. Don't go more than 950 kroner. To build a PC gaming rig, you have to have a strategy. You have to separate if it's for you, for your family, or if you go for a hustle, you go to sell it. You go to sell it, do your research market first, and then check out your budget and compare your budget with if you was to buy new PC hardware, what you would buy with this budget you have, and then you could compare it with the things you have in mind to build your gaming rig. And then you always compare the used market with the new market prices, and from there you know how much you're gonna bid for each part. And then at the end I did a little demonstration of tradera.com. It's a special stream for my YouTube channel. You will see a cutted version in my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel, it's been called the Big Technowski Channel, and check out there are some very educational and entertaining videos on how you can build a computer, how you search for in the used market, and you are always welcome there. If you like the stream, go to my YouTube channel, check it out. If you like what you see, support me with subscribing and leave your comments, and that's it. Thanks for watching. For those that watched, my dudes and dudes, have a great time, respect yourselves. Until we meet again, the dude abides.